west coast of Florida is bracing for another direct hit.
Yeah, 51 of Florida's 67 counties are now under states of emergency as Hurricane Milton heads toward Tampa. Current winds 125 miles per hour. That's prompting storm surge and hurricane watches along the Florida Gulf Coast.
Our senior meteorologist Scott Withers is here tracking it all. Scott, Milton just strengthened into a Category 3 storm?
Yeah, and it's still intensifying. In just 1 hour, it's closed in. It's almost up to a Category 4. It's really, really close. This storm is not as large as Helene, but it is packing a triple threat. Catastrophic winds, life-threatening storm surge, and a deluge of rain of up to 15 inches. Now, this comes as residents in coastal Florida are still cleaning up from just 2 weeks ago. You can see piles of debris there still lining the road. That's Maria Island, which is on the kind of the entranceway, the Tampa Bay area. Florida is sending in more National Guard right now to try and remove that stuff so it doesn't become trajectories when this thing shows up. This is Milton. Take a look. 125 miles per hour. It's only got to get to 130 to be a Cat 4. This thing is extremely powerful and intensifying very rapidly. You can see it spinning there. Now, its track has not changed in the last couple of hours. There it is, still going to come down, go just brush the Yucatan Peninsula there. Category 4 by later today. Then it's going to drop down, fortunately, to 3 before it makes landfall. The track's now between Tampa and Fort Myers in that area. But look, by the middle of the peninsula here in Florida, just south of Orlando, still a Category 1 hurricane before it moves up. All right, let's put all the spaghetti models into motion here. You can see they are all still tracking right there. Tampa Bay down to Sarasota. That's where most of them bring this through. So that entire region there is going to be feeling the impacts of this when it rolls through. And look, by the center of the state, Orlando all the way down to Kissimmee, and then rolling through the Space Coast, Titusville, Merritt Island, all the way down to Cape Canaveral. You are in this, the entire peninsula, right across the central, basically the I-4 interstate of Florida is going to feel this. And it's jumping up because it's moving through the warmest water possible, 85 degrees. This water way above average for this time of year, and that's the jet fuel it needs to really push this up. The pink, that's where we've got the hurricane watches. Those are going to change to hurricane warnings. We'll see those move over to red. The yellow, that's tropical storm watches as well. This is all going to change over the next day or so as this intensifies and gets closer. The tropical storm wind force, you're going to feel it really early, and look, it's going to stretch all the way across. Those tropical storm winds, hurricane winds are literally going to cut straight across the map of Florida, so you need to be prepared. This is the peak storm surge, basically the entire west coast of the Florida Peninsula. Let's zoom in here to the Tampa area. Look, downtown Tampa right there, up to 9 to 12 feet there. And look here, this is a peninsula. This is an ocean. This is part of the St. Petersburg area here, Pinellas Park, all of that. Half of that peninsula could see storm surges up to 12 feet. And then when you head down the coast, you get down to Fort Myers Beach, Sanibel, just completely inundated with up to 12 feet of storm surge out there. This is a significant event, and we're already starting to see some of that rain moving in. We're going to have flooding issues from Tampa all the way down for today into tomorrow before this thing even arrives, so you've got to be really careful. Meanwhile, coast to coast, the only other thing I need to point out, guys, out there in the Southwest, we got another day of extreme heat. We've got about 30 million people dealing with that excessive heat warnings in the Southwest for almost a week now. Guys?
Meteorologist Scott Withers. Thank you, Scotty.